and I'm not going to spoil it for you, but we get to one of the most awkward moments early in the movie. It's so cringy that I had to look at my phone to see what time it is, because I was like, man, when we gonna get through this? We were only 35 minutes in. I was like, well, you gotta be out your what? 35? I'm not exaggerating, y'all. I'm like, we already hit maximum cringe? And we just 35 minutes into the movie? I flagged, I was at the Alamo. I saw that shadow of that server, like, hey, give me a drink right now. Make it a double. I'm gonna need it, man. Hey everyone, my night of sit-down comedy is coming up very soon, March 28th at the Broadway Comedy Club. And once again, it looks like it's going to sell out. So get your tickets by going to doubletoastedny.com or go to doubletoasted.com and click that banner right there, and it'll take you where you need to be to get your tickets to the show. Shit, y'all jumped on my ass so hard the other day that y'all made me feel guilty for not watching this big crazy Magazine Dreams. Y'all told me, boy, you ain't doing your job. You watch trash. You ain't gonna watch a real movie. Why you let Julian do your job for you? You're sitting right. I was like, God damn, boy, y'all made me. I went and actually sat in the corner for a timeout after y'all done my ass, looking like the Blair Witch Project. I was like, you know what? So I was going to watch the movie anyway, and that movie is, of course, Magazine Dreams. And I want to watch this because we've been talking about Jonathan Majors for so long, man. And we've been talking about, will this be his big comeback right here? And while money-wise and even publicity-wise, it's not looking like that's the case, hey, man, a good movie lasts forever.
Yeah.
Who knows when this movie might actually become a big cult hit, might come back and, you'll have a situation like with John Travolta. Some young director will come up and be like, hey, that Jonathan Majors, he deserves a second chance. But that's not if the movie's good. And we're going to talk about that. Julie said it was a better than sex movie. Oh. But we know Julian, he's crazy as this guy right here. No, I'm messing with you, Julian. I'm messing with you. No, the thing is with this is that, if you haven't heard, this is Jonathan Majors as Killian Maddox, who is working hard to one day be Mr. Universe. That's the only thing that he wants. That's the only thing he's focused on. And that's why it's called Magazine Dreams, because he keeps telling everybody, one day, I'm going to be on the cover of one of those bodybuilding magazines. But there's only one thing that could potentially stop him, and that's his crazy-ass mind. That's not nice to say. That's very, because he's actually very ill.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, this is one of those stories where somebody is so driven to do something that you don't know if you can actually help them. And plus, he's so damn big, you try to get him some help. You make him go see somebody. I'm not. But yeah, it's been described also as a tragedy, but also been described as probably at this point the crown jewel of Jonathan Majors' performance. The top of his career right there. What I think about this, let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer for Magazine Dreams, and then I will be back to tell these guys my review. See, I'm talking about him being crazy.
I was going to say, speaking of crazy, goddamn.
My review. Yeah, who are we talking about?
Y'all see that? Mr. Universe.
You have to do something big and important, or nobody will remember you on the cover of the magazine. In the entire world.
Even when he's exercising, you can tell he's off.
Yeah.
Because he's barking.
Yeah, right.
Shut up. Yeah, people think, is that a dog over there doing that?
Hey, lady, how you doing? She's like, never mind.
That damn St. Bernard on the bench press.
Yeah, you go tell me.
You will know my name.
Oh boy.
Yeah, oh boy.
That's unsettling, man.
Yeah,
right?
That is the thing with this movie. That's the theme, unsettling. Shit, that's the purpose of this movie.
Yeah,
is to unsettle you. Thing is, this movie, well, I would say that this is combination of Taxi Driver and Joker, but Joker is Taxi Driver, so
Right, I was gonna say, yeah.
you know, but
Oh shit.
let's just say that it is Taxi Driver mixed in with a little Joker, the part with the Joker sitting around talking to his therapist, with just a dash of The Wrestler.
Yeah,
in there.
yeah, I can see the wrestler for
Yeah,
sure.
but really, mostly it's very much Taxi Driver.
Okay.
Yeah, I know the whole sports angle, and if this, wondering if this guy's gonna meet a tragic end, it looks very much like The Wrestler, but it is so Taxi Driver. And the big difference between all these movies and this film is that all those movies for me are better.
Oh.
This is pretty much doing something that all these movies have covered.
Okay.
In some capacity or another. All these movies has covered this theme. Not that this movie, Magazine Dreams, is bad. Not at all. I'm not even trying to say that it is. It is a well-directed film. It is a good-looking film. The only thing is that all the other movies, they went to more interesting places. They had more interesting ups and downs for me. Like I said, these other movies had peaks and lows. They did interesting things. Somebody turns into a supervillain. They were doing something that they were doing things that I don't think that this movie really accomplished. This movie is just a plateau of misery, loneliness, and awkwardness.
Oh.
It is just, and
You said plateau.
Yeah, it hits that plane and it just keeps going. And there's no hills,
Yeah.
there's no valleys, it is straight up one tone, and it's kind of episodic in a way. That's where maybe the breakup in it comes.
Yeah.
But when I say episodic, most of these are segments of Killian Maddox being given a chance at something good, being given a chance at happiness, only to have his mental illness come in and just all up. It's like these self-contained little segments. They now relate, but it's just like one thing after another happens, and it just seemed like, man, this could be the one. But then, yeah, he has anger issues.
Yeah,
he doesn't read social cues.
Yeah,
like he's ill, man. Either his mental illness up, or even if it's a situation where it looks like it's going to finally be good, somehow, some way that's even out of his control, it backfires. It's just kind of like, if there's a God, what did Killian Maddox do to piss you off? Because you are on his ass.
Well, is roid rage any part of this?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
But it just fuels something that, like, roid rage is very much a part of this, but it already fuels the anger that he has. So that's a bad combination.
It's on top of it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody say, help me put out this fire, and they grab gasoline. It's yeah, man, it's this guy's got, you feel bad for him because, he can't help it, man. And let me tell you something about this movie. When I say that this is a plateau of loneliness and awkwardness and misery and tragedy, that happens from the jump.
Yeah.
Yeah. We immediately see he ain't right. Okay, that walk, those eyes,
Yeah.
He don't know how to smile. He don't know how to smile.
Yeah. No, if I saw that coming out of the grocery store, I'm walking
direction.
way around.
Yeah. As big as he is too.
I was gonna say, even a normal sized dude walking that way, I'm like, I don't think so. But his big swollen ass.
That could be a 4-foot dude walking around, and he'd be like, "Oh hell no!"
Walking all flat footed and shit.
Like the brother don't know how to smile, man. Like he don't. Like
Jesus. Can you take it off?
When you see that, when you see this right here, like from the beginning, like, oh hell, this is gonna be a long, awkward ride right there. And it really, man, because we get to, and I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but we get to one of the most awkward moments early in the movie. It's so cringy that I had to look at my phone to see what time it is, because I was like, man, when we gonna get through this? We were only 35 minutes in. I was like, well, you gotta be out your what? I'm not even, look, I'm not exaggerating, y'all. I'm like, we already hit maximum cringe, and we just 35 minutes into the movie.
So we ain't
I
there
flagged,
yet.
I was at the Alamo. I saw that shadow, that server, like, hey, give me a drink right now. Make it a double. I'm gonna need it, man.
Got a tray full of.
Yeah, just give me that. It is so, it is so plateaued with the theme of tragedy and awkwardness and sadness that it almost gets predictable in a way, if that makes sense. But you keep watching though because of Jonathan Majors. Now, providing that we don't find out some other stupid shit with him, he really should be back out there. Like I said, I still believe that he was in this toxic relationship. I still believe that they were both kind of wrong. And I just, his performance in this is amazing because he gets across something that is very hard. He pulls off the performance of a guy that, who is ill, and this is, you can only imagine how torturous this is. He knows that he's ill.
Right.
He even says to people sometimes, he's like, I have a sickness, and it's, and I can't control it. And it's a very compassionate performance. And it's one of those things where, when you see him trying, man, and he really is putting the effort in everything, and it all just backfires because he's just, again, he can't read people, he can't read signals, he's socially awkward.
The best way to demonstrate the front deltoid is probably side chest. Back, 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 back.
The camera has left the room. Camera scared.
Yeah, I'm like, man, you gotta turn this shit off.
Yeah, man. And this is a video that he's making for YouTube. And I'm not gonna say anything, but you can only, when you put something
Comments.
good up.
Oh, no.
When you put something good up, you get comments that are crazy.
Yeah.
You can only imagine the comments that he got.
Yeah.
And he's looking at them all.
Oh.
Well, he's, from what I can understand from his character, he's gonna read all the comments.
Oh, yeah. And he's gonna obsess over it. And this is good at showing the sadness of this type of character. Because,
loneliness, too.
Yeah. Because he really, man, look, he is so committed to taking care of himself. And when something goes wrong, he eats like The Rock on a cheat day. He eats his misery away.
Okay.
He eats he binge eats, man. He eats his sadness away, which is the real thing. I know people who do this.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's so this is touching on, and Julian made a great point. He said this is really touching on mental illness, and either how you can't, we don't want to help people, or we don't know how to help people, or sometimes you can't help people.
Yeah.
Because these people have to kind of want to help themselves at first, and that's not always easy to do. Like one of the things he's in a situation where it is life or death. I'm not going to say where it is, but he doesn't want to do it because he feels like that's going to ruin my chances of being in bodybuilding competitions. So he's, and the doctors, they say, yeah, we don't think you understand. You have to do this. You're like, bullshit. No, I don't.
Now, see, that's the wrestler right there.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll tell you, sometimes the predictability is great in this, man, because the movie is great at setting up intense moments and confrontations that happen. Those are the good cringy moments in there, because somebody might have done him wrong. You've been like, listen, he's crazy. He can't. You can't do that, but yeah, they got it coming. Because it's one of those things where,
they got it coming.
because that's the saying. You don't know who you with. They might not be right.
Better check the file.
Yeah, and I would just say, man, that scene of him
Talking to the camera.
Well, that's. No, man. Probably the most awkward scene is when he's on a date.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, with Haley Bennett?
Yeah. Haley Bennett? Yeah.
Yeah, that's her, isn't it? Yeah, it's Haley Bennett, yeah.
Boy, that is very hard to watch, especially, I know I've been to some awkward dates, and I know I've been the awkward one, so it's been hard for me to watch.
Man, almost any time you see a date in a movie and it's not, the meet cute, it's always, you're squirming.
Right.
You're just like,
You already see her looking down.
Yeah.
Like, what did he, you're like, oh, what did he just say to
Man,
her? I'm right now, I'm like, oh.
It's so bad because she kind of pursued him when he showed interest, so she was into it. Like she was ready to take his ass home after this.
Oh no!
He got there and started talking that crazy shit.
He got there and started talking that crazy shit.
Yeah,
And then
she
was like,
and then that's when she was kind of like, this crazy. You know? So it is so hard.
She was ready to take it.
People, I kind of had to walk out.
Yeah, that was No, because
I saw it, but I had to go. I stood on the side and watch the statue.
I've done that before. I get up in the aisle. I go, I can't sit in this seat and watch this, so I have to move around.
Yeah, I had.
But I won't leave the theater. But I'm like, oh.
I had to get up and I just had to I had to put my head up every now and then.
They start talking that crazy
man.
shit.
Yeah, because I saw in that scene how he was getting intense. And it's like, don't do that now.
Look at him.
Oh my God. It's a brilliant scene. No, it's great. It works like it's supposed to. It works too well, but it's hard to watch.
She said she was ready to take him home. She started
She
talking
was
that
ready
crazy.
to hit. She walked into the restaurant. She was touching his face and everything. Oh my God, are you okay? She's like, oh, I told my dad I was having a date with you, and it man, 2 minutes. She's like,
what have I done? Where's the exit at? He look around.
oh my
If I
God.
was watching this, I might have to make a quick exit.
Yeah, man.
2 minutes.
The score is already intense with this, so it just, it amps things up, man. But the film really knows how to ramp things up with visuals and sound. There's a great confrontation in a diner here that feels so wrong but so right. You just have to see the movie for yourself to see it. And I really do recommend you see this movie, if it's just once. My biggest criticism with this, actually is, why is this not in jail? He did at least 3 things in this movie that should have had his ass taken to the county. And somehow he's out the next day to terrorize again. yeah, man. Someone we don't see in the movie keeps bailing him out. I'm expecting a director's cut where we see who's actually doing this, because it's like, well, how's he getting out, man? And other times he's Batman. Like, he's just breaking into places where he's like, how did you get in here? Again, and somebody would have called the cops on him. And I was like, how is he out in these streets, man?
Cops,
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's all right.
Yeah, but what if it doesn't work though?
Yeah. Shit, you might be on PCP or something. You might even feel that shit.
Excuse me, sir, you turn around look like that. Yeah, have a nice day.
Yeah. So, but I will tell you this, by the end, it's not as depressing. Here's the silver lining. It's not as depressing as I thought.
Good.
It might even be a little and very little hopeful. So with this, I would give the movie a high matinee, but Jonathan Majors' performance is a full price, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I would
check it out.
Yeah, I recommend seeing it. The movie, like I said, these themes have been covered better, and you've seen them in different variations before. But for nothing else, see it for his performance, and it is a good movie.
It's interesting. You compared it to The Wrestler, which I loved, but you said this one's like a plateau. Like in The Wrestler, he does have those highs and lows.
That's what I'm saying.
And then when he has that great, it's no spoiler now, it's been out for a while, but that reconciliation with his daughter.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, he's going out tonight? Oh, no. He's going to do something?
No, those plateaus in Night Here, those ups and downs out here,
okay.
it's like, when he goes into something, you can already tell, this is hell.
Yeah,
it's not going to go well.
I want to ask you something about this when we're off the air.
Yeah, well, there y'all go, man. Somebody said, should I see Magazine Dreams or Snow White first? What the hell you think? Both are depressing, by the way. I don't know.
Both are depressing.
Make it a double feature.
Yeah.
Both are cringy, right?
Go see Snow White first. Ended on the less depressing movie.
I see Snow White and Magazine Dreams first. It's not even the same genre.
Or would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon, where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see